more love. You are going to attract more excitement. You're going to attract more money. Is going to come effortlessly. It's just going to zoom to you. It's going to zoom through you, because then you're going to give it to nourished children, where you'll be tithing in the cycle of life. Your clothes are going to change. Your relationship is going to change. You want to change your partner? Change yourself. Be the change you wish to be. Mahatma Gandhi. So, this is the secret. It's very simply put. I'm going to open this up. So, Brian, if you could have people raise their hand, would be better. Some people, and then when you're done answering your questions, then can we just please mute your line again? Brian will mute the line because we want to really pay attention to the people who are trying to get on the call, and I appreciate all of you who want to do that. So, Brian, if you could help, please. Brian Curry. Good morning, Brian Curry.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I was distracted. What do you want, Derek?
Okay, good morning. Can you please share with the people what they need to do so they can come on the call?
If they hit 5-star and they're paying attention, as I was not there, I was distracted, I was off doing something else, hit 5-star, and that will raise their hand, and I can unmute them, and
yes,
we can take it away from there.
Yes. How to explode your energy, how to explode your life in 21 days. It's a diet of 5 statements a day. Now, with passion. And I will talk about how you do that. You don't just say your statement as fast as you can. You say your statement in a discovery mode. I'm discovering how I feel. I'm discovering what I see, how I feel, what I see, how I feel, what I see, as I say each bullet point in my statement about my beingness, my actions that I'm going to do, believe it or not, and then what I'm going to have, how it's going to feel. This is where the rubber meets the road, because I can tell that if everybody who's on this call, if there's one person who's interested in really learning how to say their statement better, how to get a better result, I can help you. I've gone through this process for 8 years with Alan. I've written thousands of statements. I know there's someone going to come on, but I'm not going to say his name yet. Aloha.
We have David Hattori.
Shocking. Morning, Brian. Morning, Dick. Man, I could just feel you coming through the phone, David. So I could just...
I know when you were here in Hawaii, I was working on visualizing my statement as I say it, and I did realize that I had to slow down in order to visualize all those things as I was saying them.
Yes.
It definitely takes time, though. It's like, it really takes a lot of practice. Like, it's not overnight. But the visions I notice now are starting to get a lot more clear.
It's very simple, and I really am glad that you're on, because you have experience with this, and we can take you to the next level. David, by the way, is a, how do you say Akipono? How do you call that?
Ikepono?
Ikepono. He's an Ikepono teacher, and so he helped me learn to connect more with my essence in Hawaii with his future wife on the phone, and it was a life-changing experience on how to learn to come from your essence in Hawaii, which is super powerful. And I guess back to you, David, is this right here is a presence. And so what you do is, so the question is, how do you become effective in your statement? Well, I think people out there are doing it wrong. And because they're doing it wrong, their mind is calling bullshit on them. They're going, BS, nope, not going to get that. That's not working. Yeah, it's like, am I done yet? Say it faster, faster, faster. Am I done yet? Am I done? Okay, I'm done. This is not how you you say your statement, because that's how you could be right about what you don't have, so you could be getting the love from your parents unconsciously or whatever reason. Really, to truthfully say your statement effectively, you need to go back to when you were 6, and you need to daydream. Daydreaming is what happens when we learn in kindergarten, and we learn daydreaming. And we learn to feel what it's like when we're playing, or when the wind is rushing through our hair, when we're riding our new bicycle. That's daydreaming. So you want to feel good. Number one, take notes. Number one, you want to feel good right now. You want to feel good. You want to see a clear mental picture of what it is that you're experiencing. So it's going to be a series of movies that you're going to be watching and unfolding and discovering movies as you say your statement. So it's going to be short movies, a clip, and they happen in milliseconds. It's quadrillion bits of information that pass in just a millisecond. And so when I say my statement, I say my name, for instance, when I say my name is Derek Bentley, and I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm receiving over 50,000. That is not the way to do it. The way I do it is I say, my name is Derek K. Cowley, C. Biscuit Bentley, an angel of light and sound. I'm so happy now that I'm receiving over 50,000. So in that short time, what I'm experiencing is, when I say my name is Derek Bentley, I see angels in heaven above the earth, and then they're like a meteor. I'm flying and I'm hitting the planet like an atom bomb, and then there's a light that goes all around the world. That's number one. Number two, when I say my name is Seabiscuit Bentley, Seabiscuit was the greatest racehorse of all time. So I hear myself as if I'm the horse. I'm flying through the other horses and threading the needle. Seabiscuit was known for coming from behind and winning every race. That's what he liked to do. And so I see myself going, I can feel the muscles rippling. I can feel the breath of the other horses. I can feel the pace of my legs racing and galloping with fury. All of those emotions are happening in a millisecond. I'm experiencing those emotions every time in a millisecond. This is what I'm asking people to do. So, David, what is in your statement in the very beginning? How does your statement start?
I actually start with my spiritual contract. So,
okay.
I'm a spirit of love and light.
Okay. Let's pause right there. So when you say, you're the spirit of love and light, what are you seeing and what are you feeling that you can share with the people so they understand?
I see myself being illuminated by white light all around me.
Mm-hmm.
Then I picture, hearts. And then I see people around me that are just filled with love. People that are smiling, people that are happy.
Okay. So what happens is, what David said, the key word in the very beginning, when we say our statements fast, you don't give yourself time to discover how you feel and to discover what you see. But when you slow it down, you actually slow the statement down, like 65%. You actually slow it down so you can experience what you are saying and creating, because you are manifesting. You are literally creating ripples into the endless far reaches of all the universes of your thought. It's the only vibration that can penetrate rock and steel and planets. It's thought. FM frequency cannot do it, but the thought can. Do you have any questions about anything as you're saying your statement at all? Would you like better? Because self-confidence is always super critical. It's very important, the self-confidence formula. What we see. That is a whole different discovery, that process. I'm just beginning to experience that after 8 years. 8 years. Alan says 2. It took me 8. Oh, one thing that I discovered as well is smiling when I say my statement. Like bringing that positive energy into my statement. With every sentence, there's positive energy, not negative energy. And where are you saying your statement? Sometimes I say it in my car on the way to an appointment. Okay. Sometimes I say it at home. Sometimes I'll say it in my head in my bed. Okay. You want to launch into a different stratosphere? Definitely. Okay. Go to the beach. Go to the beach. Or go, for those of you who are listening, go someplace where you could let it out. You have to be willing not to care about what people think about. You have to get past that. You've got to get to a place where when you're sharing your statement, you're giving them a gift. And you're sharing something that if they choose to listen, they're going to actually... I had people on the beach listening to me. I had somebody approach me after my statement, and they gave me their phone number. They said, I want to know what you're doing. You will become so powerful. Your vibration and your light will get so strong. But it's critical to shatter the eggshell. And the only way to do that is you must do it with passion, full passion, more than what you think. More than what you think. You have to. David and I are kind of people, we like to be comfortable. We like that. I'm from Hawaii, so I understand a little bit about like where he's coming from. You want to shatter that. And your energy wants to be like Grant times 100. Because seriously, it's the inner power that you have is so strong, David. It's so strong. When you launch it, you will look like Superman, like beaming with that power, that I don't know what you call it, like not radioactive, but you will glow. You will have so much energy coming out of you. That you have to. The only way to do it is to do it with full passion, and you've got to go outside the comfort zone. It's outside the comfort zone. It's the only way to blast through, is to blast through the comfort zone, to be uncomfortable, just crazy, flailing arms. My arms are up in the air as if I'm giving incantations to the endless far reaches of all the universes and God. I'm giving an incantation, like Tony Robbins says, what I am demanding of myself. This is what I want, and I want everyone to hear me in the far reaches of the universe. That's the kind of action. Is yours like that? Are you doing that, or is it a little bit less?
I'll be honest, a little bit less.
Okay. All right. So perfect. I appreciate your honesty. You know, leaders to the front. And so David is being a leader. He's being uncomfortable by being on the call. And which I understand that. The second part is I dare you. I dare you to take my challenge, David. I dare you. I'm doing it right alongside you. I'm doing it. 21 days straight. I have a guy that I'm coaching right now, and he coaches Tony Robbins clients that are paying $10,000 a month to learn from this guy, who's a Napoleon Hill guy, who I'm coaching. And he has his people say those statements 100 times a day. So I'm not asking you to do that. Okay? I'm just asking for 5 with passion and power. But I want 21 days, and I want it in the calendar. Check. So you could be part of my accountability club, where you check it off, and then we'll, be accountability partners for each other. But you got to do it. I'm telling you, you just do this 2 days in a row, and you are going to be like, oh my God. Your mind is going to be going crazy in the morning in the shower. With all these, it's going to be flooding with ideas. Flooding. It's like a tidal wave opened in your subconscious and superconscious. God is just going to be pouring all this crazy stuff into your mind and into your body. You need to be taking notes, and you need to surrender to all the stuff that's being shared with you. Just totally surrender. Like, go crazy. Okay? Seriously. So it looks like this. Just to give an example, I'm in the gas station this morning. You know what I said to everyone? I said, everyone, I'm in a contest to go to Panama. I am looking for open-minded entrepreneurs. Who's with me? I said that out loud in the gas station store. And the lady right next to me is a nurse, and she said, I won a vacation 20 years ago. I won a vacation. I'm working as a nurse. I'm working graveyard shifts. Here's my number. Wow. And I just got the impulse because I'm launching my subconscious mind. And so it's just, I have to surrender to it, and it feels really scary and uncomfortable. And I'm in a public place, and I'm like, screw it. I'm winning a contest, and I want to know who's going with me. It's like that. There's other things I'm doing right now that are absolutely crazy. You're going to be going, oh my God, that guy is going nuts. That is all a result of launching your subconscious. To launch, it is like a space shuttle. It takes 90% of the energy to blast off a launch pad. You have to blast off. Blast off, it's a lot of energy. You've got to blast your subconscious. You've got to blast it. Because if you're at the 99-yard line in comfort and kind of passion, it's bullshit. You got to go past that. You got to go all out with fury beyond what you know, because you're trying to go where you don't know. You got to go beyond what you know. And when you do that, it's just life. And you become in your power. It's so cool. And I really want you to join me in Panama. I'm reserving an island, a private island for all the people who win with me. And I'm reserving that island. And we can be together and just celebrate as champions. And we're not going to get voted off the island. There's thousands of islands in Panama, but I'm reserving an island where we can spend time together and celebrate our victories in Talk Story. Just for one night. So I look forward to anyone who wants to join me on that vacation. What are you hearing from this, David? What are you getting?
Be uncomfortable, do things, just fall to the wall.
Fall to the wall. I want you to send me a videotape of you saying your statement. Text me a videotape of you saying your statement. Yeah. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. Send me a tape, and then I'll look at it, and then I'll give you some feedback. It's probably going to be super amazing. I love David. David is a hero. I really respect him as a leader and as a fellow member of the Men's Leadership Hawaii. He's someone that I really admire, and I like having him in my inner circle, and someone that I respect and trust. And so David's known for coming from his heart. He's so powerful. But you got to blast off. That's what's missing. And I think you know it, right? You know
yes,
it.
Definitely.
I know it. We all know it. So right now we're being a teaching tool for everybody on the call. We know it. We know it. And I know what it's like to get stuck in a funk. And it's not just new skin, it's just in life. I know what it's like to get stuck. I know what it's like to be depressed. I know what it's like to hanging around, being in bed. And I understand that. I really understand that. And I also know, with complete confidence, the only way to get out of that, and it has saved me every time, and it's this 21-day blast-off to success. It is the secret. It is it. You will attract people who just want to be around you. There you go. I don't know what you're doing. I'm attracting people right now, in all seriousness, that are just delightful people that I really like, and they're amazing people to be around. I mean, lovely, lovely people. People who like riding horses, equestrians, Napoleon Hill. I'm attracting a lot of Napoleon Hill people. It's weird. They're just coming. They're zooming to me. It's the funniest thing. So, really exciting. Really exciting. Any other feedback, questions, comments, observations, David?
No, I think I'm good.
You know what to do, right? You know what to do.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to do it. You're at that point right now. You're at that point where you're at the 99.999 yard line, and you just got to take the ball and then stretch it out and reach it over the line. You're at that place. I know that place, man. I've been there so many times. It's the hardest place in New Skin. It's the hardest place. You finally get there. You're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. And then you back off. That's where you got to go crazy. You got to go beyond what you know. And you're not going to know how to do it. You just got to go outside what you know. That's where you want to be. That's team lead. It's outside what you know. And then you will know it by being there over and over. You'll go, oh, this is different. Oh, I like this. You will attract all kinds of things. You're going to get free lunches, free dinners. People are going to offer you things. Really, it's just going to be like, Claudia looks at me like, I don't know how. Okay, whatever, I know. David. All right, so David, thank you. Thank you for being on the call and for sharing your wisdom with the people. Slow it down. Go beyond what you know. Okay. Brian, if there's any other calls, I'll take it. One more, and then if not, I'll wrap it up.
I've got one. Sunita from Western Pennsylvania.
Wonderful. Thank you, David Ettore. Aloha. Sunita, welcome to the call. You're on the air.
Hey, I wanted to thank you for doing this today. It could not have been more timely for me. I've heard this before from Alan, but I never really implemented it until you brought it up again just now. And you know what the missing link for me was? Was that not just the passion and fully putting yourself into it and vocalizing it, but what you just said is that it really makes sense, is that 90 to 95% of your energy has to be used right now for 21 days, because that's what you need to blast you off into the stratosphere. And yes, it may appear to be uncomfortable at first, but man, after the third or fourth time you really get into it and you start seeing results of you just doing your statement every day, twice a day, do it 3 times a day if you're ambitious. The changes that will happen are going to be so fast and furious, you're going to be like, why didn't I do this before?
You guys have no idea that, yeah?
It really hit home with the 90% statement.
Let me ask you, have you been saying a statement?
Half-heartedly, not with gusto, not out loud like you said, and you really have to find that, do it without inhibition.
You got to find a place where you can do it with full inhibition. Where do you live?
Well, Pennsylvania. We're just not able to get outside without a problem now.
You're not allowed to get outside without what?
Not able to go outside without any issue. The weather is finally breaking. So we have good weather. Finally, we can go out.
Okay. What you do is, do you have a dream board?
No, you know what? I've never made a dream board.
Okay. You're going to make one. And
okay.
Honestly, you're asking me, like, I appreciate your leadership, but you're really asking me, like, what to do. All I'm doing is you really want to know, I'm really just copying Alan, and I'm copying Patty Acosta. That's all I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm doing. You just copy what they do. Patty says her statement 5 times a day. So well, what are you doing, Patty? She's looking at her dream board twice a day. Your dream board has to look like your statement. So it's in alignment with what you want, because you're reinforcing your dream. You see a clear mental picture of the person you intend to come, a clear mental picture of what it is you intend to surround yourself with, what you're going to be, what you're going to do to go get it, a clear mental picture of what you're going to have a result of it. That is your definite main purpose statement, those 3 points. Your beingness, what you're going to do, and then what you're going to have. Then you're going to give back to the world. What are you going to give back to the world? So you have a clear mental picture of those 4 elements. And then as you say it with passion, you're looking at it. So you're looking at pictures. So you must do it in an environment that you can go crazy. The car is a great place because you could really just go crazy, but it's better outside. My experience is that when I say it outside, I'm flailing my arms, I'm going crazy, I look like a complete mad person. And the funny thing is, I attract groupies, I attract people on the beach, they're going for a walk past me, and then they stop, and then they sit just earshot outside because they're listening to what I'm doing. And then they're going, that's interesting. Like, literally, they're like, so I'm giving a present to the universe and to God, and then anyone who walks by, I used to be very uncomfortable. I would get quiet and I would wait. I used to do that. for years. But now I blasted through that. So now I just blast away. Like Alan's bouncing on the beach, sandy beach, boing, 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 splash, while I'm splashing towards my success. And it literally feels like you're splashing. It's like swoosh, splashing forward. Feels really exciting. You need to go to a place where you can do that. So it's got to be either a closet or it's got to be outside somewhere, and you got to bundle up. Whatever you got to do it, because it is worth the time. I invest 2.5 hours every morning to do it. It's my mental gym. People work out. Well, I'm working out my mind. Are you willing to work out your mind for an hour a day? I dare you.
Wait, you spend 2.5 hours every morning? Are you doing meditation first?
Because I have my morning call and I have things that I do. And then once my morning call is done, after an hour goes by, then I spend another hour and I go to do my statement. So if my statement takes, for me, 5 times, it's like half an hour. And then I'm just sitting there meditating. And then I'm doing my 30 minutes visually. I'm sitting on the stand and I'm visualizing. Because for 30 minutes daily, a clear mental picture of the person I intend to become, thereby creating, in my mind, a clear mental picture of that person. That's number 2 in the statement. Second, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in an outward physical action, gradually transforming themselves to a physical reality. So I'm seeing what that physical action and the physical reality looks like, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. 30 minutes, you're visualizing what you're creating. It's a white screen of what you want to see, the benefits of what you want to see, yourself, your family, your children, parents, whatever it is. You're seeing it. It's the perfect, Alan describes it as the perfect end result. So it's like the white screen of the mind. There's a black screen, a white screen. Black screen, what's going on in your life right now. You're surrounded by black lights, and then you switch that off, and you flip a switch, and your mind is bright like heaven. And it's just all these bright white lights, and you see this dream, fantasy. It's a fantasy. What does a fantasy dream look like to you? What does that look like to you, a fantasy dream?
Actually, I'm not sure we should be calling it a fantasy. It's the reality that we want to bring to us.
Perfect. So what does that look like to you?
And that I have ideas, but I've never really put together a dream board because that's what's going to crystallize it.
Perfect.
And one of the things that I know one of the things that I'm making a mistake on is asking my husband what he wants. He has to decide what he wants. I have to do this for myself. And I know a lot of wives get into that trap of worrying about the family and the husband or the significant other. And we have to do for our own sake and our own self, and that's when it works.
Yes, be the change you wish to see. So be.
Right.
And see, the thing is, you're also at that point. Everybody on this call is at that point. See, the thing is, everybody knows this intellectually. They know. Like all my friends, JoJo, I can just go right down the list. They just know. But what happens is, like, when you take the time and you invest in exploding your subconscious mind, you will connect to superconscious, where then you're going to get just downloads. It's like diarrhea from God of good, blessed information that's just going to come flowing into you. And you're going to be like furiously capturing all this information, and you just got to surrender to it. It's crazy.
May I make one suggestion? Instead of visualizing diarrhea, I would say I will experience Niagara Falls from God.
Niagara Falls of light and love and happiness. It's crystalline and all the colors and the information. So, yes, it is like that. That was a bad analogy. So, thank you for that. Imagine it like Niagara Falls, okay? And it's just washing your body, and it's washing away.
There's no stopping it. The reason I choose Niagara Falls is that there's no stopping it once it starts.
There you go.
And once
Beautiful.
It starts,
Thank you.
and you continue.
Thank you for that image.
It is a nonstop, and you just stand there in wonderment, like, wow, that's all I had to do.
Perfect. So you said wonderment. That is the key word. So when you're doing this work, you will have wonderment. You will, because the exercises, you're going to see yourself with the eyes of a child with wonderment. Beautiful.
And the reason I'm able to say that to you is because I've experienced it in my personal, emotional stage. Because I'm a mom, because I'm a daughter, because I'm a sister, I get pulled in 100 different ways. And so emotionally, I feel like I'm in this tight wad that I can't unwind. and I've used this technique in just unwinding myself from all the emotional stress. And now I need to apply it to my financial well-being and my own mental well-being alongside it, and that's what's going to break me through for what I need to get done.
Okay, so can you promise me something?
Sure.
That you're gonna. Well, honestly, it's like.
Yes, I'm committed. What do you want me to do? I promise to do whatever it is you're suggesting.
5 times a day for 21 days, okay? And then you get on the, I have a club called the New You Club, so you can text me. David will let you text me. Brian Curry. He'll give you my information. You can text me, and you can join the club, and then you can be part of a whole group that's doing it, okay? And we could be accountable to each other. And then we're taking it on 5 times a day.
Okay.
21 days. Yeah. Because what's going to happen is the story that you're going to create is going to be so strong. You're going to change the world around you, and it's going to be so exciting to see.
Oh,
what
yes.
a privilege.
I already feel it. The reason that is because I woke up with that intention, and as life gets in the way, and I wasn't sure if I could hear the Team Aloha call, but I said, no, I need to hear General's calls. I need to hear the Team Aloha call. I need to listen today. There's something pulling me towards it. And you did this call today.
Mm-hmm.
And now I've made the commitment 5 times a day.
Yes. May the blessings be. So for 21 days, that's all I'm asking. You'll create a habit that you'll do it more than that. But you'll know. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Tell me your name again.
Yes. Sunita. Sunita Pandit.
Wonderful. Okay, Brian Curry, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate everybody being on this call. All right, I know it went a little long. I'm okay. My interest is that somebody gets better and then their life is different. That's my interest. So I look forward to hearing you guys say your name and where you're calling in from. Let's hear your name.
Line unmuted.
Derek, when you do that, for example, will the people be drawing to you?
Conference recording stopped.
Derek, when you do the exercise, will the people be drawing to you?
Yes.
Automatically, they'll just come up and you'll feel that passion that you can tell them what we have and what we have to offer.
Yes, fair statement. 5 times, 21 days. Do it. You'll see.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Awesome call. Thank you. You, Dave Editorial, Honolulu, Hawaii. Mahalo. Mika, thank you. Mahalo. Thank you. All right.
Thanks, Derek.